Sometimes cultures clash. Here at Oakland's Box Theater, they fuse into a new artistic phenomenon, Muslim hip-hop.
I talk about the prophet, we about to rock it, talk about the prophet, we about to rock it, talk about the prophet. Give the drummer some, give my man some.
We are really progressive in the Bay Area as Muslims. Everything from the scholars who live here and teach here to the student groups and stuff like that.
These artists defy Muslim stereotypes in the broader community. Their words and music are also pushing boundaries inside the Muslim community.
There are critics, harsh critics. It's changing rapidly because the people who are critics generally are immigrants, they generally are older, and they're realizing that their kids are being influenced by rap music more than anything else, including them.
It's not what mainstream Muslims really talk about. And more people realize that it is something that they have to face, that this is something that their children require to feel whole.
Poets from a collective called Calligraphy of Thought are adding their voices to this provocative mix.
So how's everyone doing tonight? Only that well? Come on, we just had Ramadan. All you people gotta be happy out there. Home of the brave, land of the free. Now, this I still got to see. I mean, when you got more black men in lockup than the entire South African roundup, and more souls living in the city street than the entire Mendocino County beat, but when you turn on the news, all you see is Uncle Tom turban-toting apologists, or white boys singing blues about terrorists and no-fly lists, raising their orange and purple alerts to steadily assert their sense of reality and readily pervert our sense of morality. Well then, you know it ain't no dream. Calligraphy of Thought began as a venue for Muslim spoken word artists and musicians. Since then, we've evolved into a troupe of spoken word artists and who happen to be Muslim.
Let me be the mother to tuck you in, to tell you stories of Mayan heroesses and African princesses. Let me be the sister, the daughter that never made her way into mortality.
For poet Kathy Espinoza, being Muslim adds a layer to an already complex cultural identity.
Ya Allah, let me be the instrument of Allah to learn, then teach divinity and peace so that deciding to fight in the first place won't be reached.
Raised in a Mexican-American household of Catholics, she is one of the small but growing number of American Latinos who have converted to Islam.
I'm grateful for my upbringing. The way we are taught is to love and to be of peace and everything, and that's exactly in line with Islam. I don't want to write anything that comes from nowhere. I want what I have to say to mean something. I get inspiration from reading something that was really dope or really tight, or my own experience.
Kathy's work deals with a wide range of subjects, from her personal experiences as a Chicana Muslim to the politics of homelessness, poverty, and war.
Who's to say they want to be blasted into eternity, family to shreds in the name of being free? When there's no life, freedom is just a grain in the sandstorm. This first piece that I've been working on came about from running into a friend of mine from college, basically. After graduating, he decided to join the Marines, and he had just gotten back from Afghanistan. Freedom is universal, not just a gimmick or CNN headline. Basically, this piece it's kind of like a conversation, just kind of dealing with his new state of being homeless, of being an alcoholic, being a drug addict, upon coming back. Reality sneaks up on you when you least expect it, so Kathy, check it. Hey, walaikum salam, how are you?
Today, Kathy and Iman are working with producer Anis Cannon at his Oakland studio.
It's me. How you doing? Walaikum salam, how are you?
Hey, what's going on? My influences are probably really broad because I converted, number one, like Kathy did. So I'm coming from a completely different culture. When you do the Baghdad song thing, maybe leave a little more space after that so people to let that set in.
Anis has a small record label specializing in alternative hip-hop and world music.
I really cut my teeth mixing and engineering and recording a lot of gangster rap. And when I started my label, my personal goal was, financially, if I can get 5% of what the children of immigrants, Muslim children of immigrants in this country spend on Eminem records, last year alone, I'll be fine. I'll be able to put out as many records as my mind can come up with. Okay, so the piece that I need you to work on is one we're doing for the City Yasser's record. And then what I want to do is translate different languages in between from his Arabic. Okay. Now, does it have to be in line with the beat, or since it's spoken word, I just kind of do it how? It shouldn't be particularly rhythmic, necessarily, because you don't want it to sound like you're rapping it. So what I'm going to do is play you the Arabic, which you probably won't understand, but at least you can get an idea for it. And then I'm going to show you the exact amount of space you have to perform in here. Okay. Yeah? So this is him. The piece is a poem that's taught to children in Morocco when they're learning Arabic. It's a piece about a tree. So when you perform it, you want to perform it as if you're speaking to children. So he's saying, children, stop playing, come, the rain's coming, come sit under me, let my leaves protect you, eat from my fruit, so on and so forth. And then you come in 2, 3, 4, Spanish.
Working on her new piece, Kathy makes a direct connection between her Muslim and Mexican identities and her art.
As a Chicana, I think the greatest challenge for me has been finding a way to balance all the different elements in my life. And fusion, in a sense, has actually been like a survival mechanism for me.
Okay, here we go. And...
Oye, la lluvia ya viene. Oyes la paciencia caer. Si acaso... Dang. Can you start it again? It's interesting because, you know, usually I just practice on my own and I deliver on my own, but adding these new elements, you know, percussion and then having a beat behind me, it kind of makes everything sound a lot better than what I am used to. And so it's like, whoa, that's tight, you know.
This is going to be the one right here.
All right.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah, it's cool.
So it's coming in on... Spoken word isn't anything that's new, necessarily. It's not a new format. It's not a new genre. Because it isn't a major pop format right now, you find that the people who are doing it are pretty cutting edge, and they're able to touch on anything.
Oye, la lluvia ya viene, ven al refugio bajo los árboles, ya no más corriendo a juego, mientras nuestros corazones latidan como lluvia en barro.
Whoa, that was perfect, dude. That was perfect timing.
Yeah, but I messed up.
I know you messed up. That's exact length.
Okay.
That was it, without me even having to tell you. You're a natural kid.
Yeah, right.
You're gonna make it far in this business.
So you wanna pull me out?
I mean, when we first started doing the show, the very first time when we barely did any promotions at all, we had 60 people. And then the next time, because people heard about it, we had over 100 people, you know. And every time we do the show, it's like that.
I haven't performed in a while, so I'm a little bit nervous, I guess, but at the same time, I'm excited for everybody to get together, and you know, we haven't had a show really in a while.
So folks, are you ready for the show?
You ready for the show?
After Colossals, this is his last song, and it's Kathy. All right, okay, thanks. Sorry.
But I know right before I'll have butterflies, and usually what I try to do is just take that energy and just kind of bring it out into in the piece. So, inshallah, that's what will happen.
She's a local Bay Area poet, a dope sister with a lot of intelligent stuff to say. So just give her a lot of love. Give it up for Kathy, you guys.
I love you like my nieces and nephews, and sing in their eyes that they love you back when you plant seeds of hip-hop and beats, Islam and peace. Like the phrase, you are a perfect verse to a tight beat, like Surah 13, verse 3, like infinity times 10 and then some. I love you a lot, and sometimes I just don't know how to express it, like newborn babies turn to babies to survive oppression and make it till they're 80. like women on the mics organizing events of all types, like all the things I love in life but never thought why, like full moons in July or everyday miracles in the womb, like fallen autumn leaves crackling on streets.
This is cool. Doing spoken word's cool, hip hop is cool, so guess what? You can, do this and express yourself and be Muslim too.
Please Allah, take this dua, accept this dua that I spit on this mic. That's it.
I am who I am, and I just kind of go by just doing the best I can as being, an individual, as being a Muslim, as being a woman, and experiencing things, Yeah, it's been fun.